Hi, my name is Ruth R. Davidson from CharityHealing.com, doing a reading for Courtney. Hi Courtney, here's your spread. You wanted to know about some guidance on all the different decisions and things that are going on in your life right now, and I felt inspired to use this particular spread. As you can, I'm going to pan in here. So the placements are the strength you have, what you need, what supports you, your obstacle right now, what the angels want you to know, your guides, and then what your heart wants you to know. Our first card is music. Now, the interesting thing about how the strength card is not that it's a strength card. The section that represents a strength that you have is that sometimes something will come up and we're like, that's not a strength. So whether or not you play an instrument or sing or whatever, music will help you, and it is something that does inspire you and that you enjoy. Whatever form that takes, that is enough. And heck, even if you don't play an instrument and you've always wanted to, you might want to consider going ahead and trying to learn an instrument or taking a voice class to learn how to read music a little bit, so you can just like sing in a choir more easily or something. So the interesting thing too is that while I was setting out these cards, I was listening to music, and suddenly this song came on, and I just knew instantly I had to tell you about it. I'm like, oh, that's super interesting. That would just come on. Perfect. It's a lovely song. I think you will find it inspiring and helpful to you. And we have the waterfall under the what you need. And if you notice about the waterfall is that eventually it all goes down to the calm pool, right? But we don't see the calm part. We're just seeing the dramatic and really cool waterfall. The hint I'm getting is that when we humans are going to go over the cliff, we freak out because for us that's death, right? And we have this idea that it's all going to be like crazy and doom and whatever horrible thing we can imagine. But when the water goes over the waterfall, it's just an adventure. They're just like, wee, and they go on down and they just deal with it and love it and enjoy the whole process. So that's what makes it effortless. So they are going with the flow in a way that is beneficial to them. And it flows. And this can also be thought of in the way of our energy centers or chakras. We want the energy of the chakras to be flowing one into the other. We want that flow so that there's nothing blocking it. There's no gunk in there that's like messing it all up and making the movement have to change. All right, now you're probably looking at this card, Volcano, Volatility, and about what supports you. Okay, now, what supports you is not volatility. What this card actually represents for you is that you are denying doing what will support you. You all these reasons you need to go out in nature, waterfall, that's also nature, right? You need to listen to inspiring music or do something creative that's good for your soul, meditating, taking some downtime. Yeah, it's like you're just it's back burner. I got things to do. All this stuff is going on. Everything's kind of crazy right now. I got to figure stuff out. I ain't got time for that. And it's actually having a negative impact on you, which relates to our obstacle right now, which is your wake-up call. The thing about a tsunami is that it comes in, right? And all it is displaced water. And it is displaced from earthquakes or under the ocean or from volcanoes. Volcano. And denying what is supportive to you will just simply strengthen the tsunami, as in it'll make the obstacle or the challenge that you have right now a lot more difficult to deal with. It's like trying to resist the tides. You can't. The tides will come as they come. That's how the moon is. You see the moon in the picture. It's just the natural cycle, the natural flow of things, and resisting that does not benefit you. While there are definitely some things in our control, we can't control certain cycles and certain events or certain consequences. But you can control whether or not you will do that which is beneficial for yourself. Taking the time out to meditate, to go out in nature, to rely on your strength to give you inspiration. And one thing I should mention about music is that music that you enjoy, that really enjoy, gives you an endorphin hit. It makes you feel good in a way that doesn't actually hurt you, right? It's not like a drug. It's just where we'll have adverse effects. It's all positive effects. And if you're feeling frustrated and you're having a hard time listening to more uplifting music, that's legit. No problem. You put on some music that's frustrating music that jives with how you're feeling right now, right? And then after that, you put on music that's less frustrating, but still maybe has a little bit of that in there. And then you put on and it's creating a list where you, and slowly then you just slowly incrementally piece by music piece, you're getting yourself up to listening to inspiring, helpful music that is happier, elevates your soul more in line with your higher self kind of music. And that can be really helpful, because sometimes when you're just really frustrated, and sometimes when you're frustrated to the point where you're just getting angry or feeling really overwhelmed, or whatever it is that you might be feeling, it's hard to go from that to just, I'm going to listen to this high vibration music now. And it's a bit of a cognitive dissonance. You just go from one to the other right quick like that. And so having it just naturally through the playlist that you've created go through into those more positive emotions where you can be in a better mental space is really beneficial. Kind of like the phases of the moon. It doesn't just go from full to new like that. It all does it gradually. So that's something you might want to consider doing to help you. So your angels, they want you to know that you need to be more grounded and to go out in nature, to do things that you enjoy, and that's part of your thing. Like, it's something you just gotta do because it's in your soul. And also one is to get grounded. It's not about thinking about being grounded. You can't just sit down and go, I'm grounded, I am grounded, I am grounded. We don't work that way. You gotta feel it. So you can imagine yourself growing, whether sitting or standing, growing roots really deep into the earth. Nice, deep, solid roots. And often people stop there. Like, okay, now you're grounded. And while yes, that's true. And you can kind of feel it some. But what's additive is if then you imagine that those roots are like tree roots, sucking up the nutrients in the soil and the water and taking them all up into your roots and into all the way up into your hips and into your other chakras and all of them, and all the way up into your leaves, your crown chakra and beyond. Just the whole thing where it just really fills you up with vital earth energy. And then you're really grounded. You can really feel it. It'll feel, for me at least, it feels like a comfortable heaviness in my hips. Nice and solid and strong and settling, instead of feeling all scattered like a tumbleweed on the wind or a bunch of leaves all over the place. This will help you get in focus so you're not being distracted by all the things. Radiance. Okay, summer solstice. This is what your guides want you to know. Actually, I'm being told that I should do the heart one first. Okay, which is weird, but that's alright. Okay, what your heart wants you to know. Your heart wants you to get focused, to take some time out and write everything down. Write down all of your feelings, all of your pros and cons, because sometimes you can be making this decision and there will be all these amazing good reasons to do it, and there are hardly any cons at all, but it just doesn't call to you. And it either doesn't call to you because you're resisting something, So you need, like, it's something that you need to do, but you don't want to do it, even though it's good for your soul to do it and you know it would bring you happiness, but you're resisting it because of past issues or some fears. Or it means that, yeah, it sounds great. All these people are telling you should do it and it'll be wonderful and there's hardly anything that could even go wrong, but it doesn't call to you because it's not part of your personal life's mission. So, what your guides want you to do, which includes your lovely panda, is to get under the sun, get out in nature, bask in it. I was going to say, know the cycles of the sun. But then I thought, really it's the earth that cycles. That is the thing that moves. And then I thought, perhaps there are cycles of the sun. Because we do have solar flare-ups and solar storms. So engage your curiosity a little bit. Dig a little deeper. Do not make your decision based on surface values. Or pure logic. Because the wise mind, the true wise mind, incorporates emotion. If it's all logic, you'll burn up. Like Venus. And if you're all emotion, you'll dry up. Like Mars. And so we have Earth, the wise mind, which incorporates both. Prepare yourself and rely on the cycle of the moon, so that by full moon you will know what you're doing, why you are doing it, and it will truly resonate with your soul. But only if you put in the work with what your heart wants you to know, and only if you get out of your way, so that your obstacle does not turn into a tsunami. It will just be a regular old challenge. So to recap, music is a strength. Listen to this song. What you need is some effortless flow, going with the flow, and relaxing into going down the waterfall. what supports you, not getting in your own way, that supports you. Your obstacle, so you need a wake-up call, so you can get out of your own way. You need a ground, get it back into nature. Sun, follow the cycles. And your heart wants you to focus and really do the soul work so you can know what will match up to your highest good. All right, there you go. Here, I'll pan out again so you can see it all at once again. Okay, I hope this has been helpful. This was done on March 21st, 2018 in the early afternoon. Thank you. And I should probably mention that this is the deck I used for you. Thank you very much.